Good morning. In this video I am going to explain that motorcycle riding can have an immense impact on the rider, the earth and the universe, present, past and future. The arguments cited in this video relies on the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics, where the act of measurement observation causes the wave function to collapse from a state of many possibilities into one single reality. It refers to the double slit and the light choice experiments, where the light or matter acts like a wave until it's observed, at which point it acts like a particle. Even more strangely, the delay choice and quantum eraser experiments suggest that observing a particle now can retroactively determine its behavior in the past. The riders are better observers of high consciousness and presence. There are other observers, like other vehicle drivers and hikers, but that's not our subject. Motorcycle riders are exposed to all kinds of elements, and thus they are in a state of hyper-awareness. If consciousness is the mechanism that collapses the wave function, then a rider's intense survival-based focus could be seen as a more pure or high-frequency form of observation than that of a distracted pedestrian. These ideas, although weird, are well demonstrated by smart people on YouTube through channels like Closer to Truth or TED, or the science section of any bookstore. Let's cite just a few of these smart people. John Wheeler, the father of the participatory universe, who worked with Einstein and Niels Bohr. His famous quote is, "No phenomenon is a real phenomenon until it's an observed phenomenon." Wheeler argued that by observing the world, we are reaching back into the past to bring the universe into existence. Sir Roger Penrose, the Nobel Prize winner. Penrose is a legend in physics and won the Nobel Prize in 2020. Along with Dr. Stuart Himroff, he developed the OR theory. They argue that consciousness isn't just a brain thing, it's a quantum event happening in the microtubules of our cells. And Rose talked about how gravity and quantum mechanics meet to create moments of reality for a rider whose brain is firing at 100% to navigate a high-speed curve. Penrose's idea suggests those quantum moments in the brain are happening at a massive scale. Eugene Wigner, the consciousness causes collapse theory. Wigner was a Nobel laureate who took the math of quantum mechanics to its logical conclusions. He believed that matter itself cannot collapse the wave function, only consciousness can. Donald Hoffman, the interface theory of perception. Hoffman is a cognitive scientist who is very popular on YouTube and TED. He argues that our eyes don't show us the truth. Instead, they show us a desktop interface like on a computer designed for survival. Anthony Zeilinger, the master of entanglement. He won the Nobel Prize in 2022 for his work on quantum entanglement. He proved that particles remain connected across space and time. He also demonstrates how information is the most fundamental thing in the universe, more than matter or energy. To make it easy to search on YouTube, start by typing in these phrases: John Wheeler, participatory universe. Donald Hoffman, do we see reality as it is? The quantum eraser experiment explained. Closer to truth, is consciousness fundamental? Physicists found that when you fire light photons at a screen, they act like waves, spreading out, overlapping, and existing in many places at once. But the moment you try to watch which path the light takes, the light decides to act like a solid particle. The act of looking collapses a cloud of possibilities into a single hard fact. Now apply this to the road. You're riding through a world of electromagnetic radiation. Light is bouncing off the asphalt, the gravel, and the distant ridges of the Atlas Mountains. Until that light is observed, quantum theory suggests it exists in a state of wave or maybe. Most of that light hits a rock or a cactus and turns into heat. It is a waste observation. But when it hits the retina of the rider, a conscious mind focused entirely on survival, something different happens. You are collapsing the universe into a coherent reality at a rate of millions of bits per second. Why are motorcycles better observers than others? Most people in their vehicles or working are distracted and their observation is diluted. Riders are well positioned. Their body is an extension of the frame, scanning left, right, and peripheral. On a sunny North African day, the photon density is staggering. They are being bombarded by a tsunami of light waves. Because their focus is a matter of life and death, their observation is more intense. They aren't just glancing, they are integrating the environment. Scientists like Eugene Wigner argued that consciousness is what causes reality to set like concrete. As a rider, you are the master builder of the road ahead. You lock in the geometry of the curve and the texture of the tarmac just by sheer force of your attention. Reaching back through time. There is an experiment called the delayed choice quantum eraser. It sounds like science fiction, but it was proven by legends like John Wheeler. It shows that measuring a particle now can actually determine what that particle did in the past. Think about the light hitting your visor. Some of those photons have traveled for 8 minutes from the sun. Others have bounced around the atmosphere for ages. According to Wheeler's participatory universe, those waves don't have a fixed history until they hit a sensor like your eye. By riding through high plateaus and capturing this light, you are essentially signing the birth certificates of those photons. You are reaching back through time, finalizing the path they took, and here's the secret: entanglement. Nobel winner Anton Zeilinger proved that particles are connected across space. If you collapse a wave on your retina here, it's entangled with other waves across the planet, and perhaps the galaxy. You are a node in a cosmic network. Your ride isn't just a trip from town to town. It's a series of ripples sent through the fabric of time and space. Donald Hoffman, who is a scientist you will find all over YouTube, he argues that our eyes don't show us the truth. They show us a user interface like the icons on your phone. Your vision simplifies the universe so you don't crash. The atoms, the quantum foam, the 11 dimensions of string theory, that's too much for a brain to handle at 90 kilometers per hour. So your observer mind creates a road. It creates safety. It creates line. When you are deep in the fight against the elements, you aren't just seeing the world. You are rendering it. You are the GPU of the universe. You are taking the raw chaotic data of quantum radiation and turning it into a beautiful, rideable reality. So what does that mean for Joe the biker? It means that when you feel that mental health boost after a long ride, it's not just the adrenaline. It is the fact that for a few hours you were completely present. You were fulfilling your role as a super observer. You weren't just a speck of dust on a machine. You were the point where the universe finally became certain. You were the uncollapsing the past, defining the present, and clearing a path into the future. The next time you are out on the high plateaus, look at the horizon. Don't just see it, realize that it's waiting for you to look at it so it can finally become real. Keep your eyes open, the universe is counting on you. Ride safe, observe well, and thanks for watching.